Would you have scored on that?
I would have hoped so. That's what I'm hoping. Hope nobody wouldn't have caught me, but tagged me off, man.
Is that kind of a message of not going to take it easy 3 days into camp?
We just compete, man. That's the best thing. Receivers versus DBs, running backs, LBs, or whatever it may be, tight ends, safeties, corners. Just compete. And that's what we try to pride ourselves in, just going out there and compete every day, no matter who you're going against, because you don't know what you're going to see in the game, so you might strain yourself out here in practice.
3 days into camp, what do you think of the room?
Man, I met with the guys in Tampa, and we worked out before, so I already thought highly of them. I knew most of the guys from prior playing, and whether it's college, Pep, I played with Kalu, Milt, played with Loeb. So I knew a bunch of the guys, and playing against Brad when he was in Carolina. So seeing these guys and knowing them, and I play with them on Madden too, so that helps out a little bit more. So I think the chemistry that we have, just knowing each other, because social media is a big thing, so we all can follow each other, know each other, by nature, and when we get to meet each other, it's not like it's brand new.
What's your impression of James? And he obviously came here last year, first year here, and had a big year. You say obviously you guys know each other before, but just being kind of that tandem that you guys can.
Man, Brad is a cool dude. Like, besides a football player, man, genuine person. Just to be able to talk to him and share his experience, and we can at least bounce ideas off each other. But at the end of the day, I'm always asking him questions, trying to learn from him. He's done it at a high level, plays at a high level still, and just amazing, to be around such great guys.
How would you compare and contrast your skills versus his skills? You're obviously different kind of players.
That's the thing. We're just too different. We're just too different. But just competitors. That's the one thing I can say. Like I said, we pride ourselves on that room, just competing day in and day out. You see Rowe end up getting a play today and a team drill, so it's like, dang, we see him, it's like, oh, we fired up to compete, or whatever, vice versa. They see us make a play and they're trying to compete, so I like that about the room, and me and Brad. I'm just trying to compete and make each other better, and that's what we try to do.
How much better do you feel physically than last year? I know it was a struggle for you last year, really, to be from the start.
Mindset and everything, changed from the injury of last year, and being able to, hone in on myself, not renew my faith, but keep my faith strong and make it stronger. So I think that was a big thing for me, and so be able to come out here, no matter what's going on, you may be sore, you may be tired, but at one point I wasn't sore and tired, I was out. So it's just a blessing to wake up every day. So that's my mindset every day when I wake up, just thank the Lord for letting me be alive and letting me be out there and play.
Sort of flip that switch though.
I don't know. It was a rough year, for me. So I couldn't tell you one point, but I knew I always tried to, stay strong, talk to my family and those around me, to build encouragement. 'Cause it's tough. You've never been injured, whatever it may be, and not being able to do the thing you love is tough. And sometimes you doubt yourself, but as long as you remain faithful and you got some positivity around you, you'll be all right. So I think it just happened over time. I couldn't tell you the exact date, but it happened over time, and I'm thankful I went through what I went through.
It wasn't until after the season, though. Is that fair?
I could sort of say towards the end of the season. Because I was playing a little bit, but still, it was just my first time being back out there. So around sometime in the off season, towards the end of the season, I can give you that one. Yeah.
Adoree, you have a little chip on your shoulder this year? You were the #1 pick, and it didn't go the way you wanted to last year in Tennessee. Now you come over here. Do you still have the attitude like, hey, I was the #1 pick, I'll show you what I can do?
No, it's crazy. When I first came here, I treated myself as like I was a rookie. I was a new guy. That's my mindset has been, just trying to learn from everybody, no matter who you are in the room, because at the end of the day, a younger guy may do something that I'd be like, damn, why you do it like that? And it might implement to my game. So for me, I'm just trying to absorb and soak all the information that I can, because you're never too old to learn, you're never too young to learn as well. So I think that's been my mindset, just to think that I'm not anybody. I'm just out there trying to prove and make my way.
Whenever Joe talks about it, he says your versatility to play inside and outside. How much did you play in the slot in Tennessee?
I remember I first started playing in the slot when I was in college. I was like a safety hybrid, kind of what Sua did when he was there with us. Shout out to my dog, Sue, man. And so that's how I learned, started from the inside, had Clancy Pendergrass, went to Tennessee, did a little bit. So understanding and knowing it, and when we're in the meeting rooms, I try to learn. I'm writing everything down, because just because he's talking to one guy, you never know what may happen, down the line. Can't predict the future. You just might get thrown out there in the fire. Things go fast in situations, so you just got to be ready to play.
Midori, James talked about, you two guys complimenting each other, and he said he thought it'd be great, if he handled the big guys and you handled the fast ones. You kind of feel that way as well, or as far as you guys complimenting each other's skills?
accepting what they throw at me. You know, whatever he asks or whatever they ask, I'm just willing to do. I don't have any suggestions. I don't have anything like that. I'm just focusing on every day, you know, competing today, then worrying about getting my body ready and getting ready to compete again tomorrow, and then the next day. So that's going to come down the line when it comes, but right now, just focusing on the present and just trying to work on my craft and try to get better.
I know it's early, but do you see the benefits of bouncing back and forth and covering different guys? I mean, there have been drills where you've been on Kenny, then you're on Shep, then you're on Darius. Do you see the benefits this early, or is it just a matter of just running through the drills?
No, everything that we do right now is for sure beneficial for down the line. It's just getting that muscle memory, getting those reps in, getting understanding about situation football, because if you cover today, we always talk about this in the past, you cover today, you never know when it come down the line. It might happen in December or whatever it be. So that's all we got to focus on every play, reset every play, every period, take a deep breath and understand, like, okay, I got to lock in and get ready to go, because it can be critical.
I don't know how many times you've covered Kenny, but what's it like going against him?
You know, it's crazy. We came out in the same class and seeing Kenny's a guy. Point blank period. So to be able to go against him, it's a privilege, you know, to have those different aspects. You got Kenny, you got Ross, you got Shep, you got Darius, you got Ingram. So you got all these different guys out there. So it's just a blessing to have that versatility, so you can cover and see what you need to work on. That's what I take out every time I'm covering everybody out there, what I need to work on for this type of skill set and this type of skill set.
What stands out about him, though? Is it his strength, his size?
First time I seen it, I didn't know how tall he was. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know how tall he was. So he's like, yeah, that's Kenny. And as I'm walking from afar, I'm thinking, like, okay, he's not. And then when I keep walking up, it's like, oh, I'm looking up now. So now, guys, he's a statue, pretty tall.
Thank you.
When you have a day like today where you guys just make plays, does that motivate you?
I would say it motivates us to try to keep getting better, doing better, understanding that just because we had a good day, that's still in the back of the offensive mind, and they're gonna come out and trying to kill us. And so I think that's what I like about us. Every day we compete, we forget about tomorrow, we take the correction in and understand, like, okay, now we got to improve and get better. And that's the best part about every day coming to practice, knowing these guys. We're not thinking about yesterday, or we're not thinking ahead of tomorrow. We're thinking about the present and how we can get better.